Yo, what up guys, Bo here. Apple's WWDC 2018 keynote was last week, where they made a bunch of announcements to iOS, watchOS, tvOS, and macOS. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there, including myself, that were disappointed there were no hardware announcements of any kind, even though this has always been a software event. So I made a video a little while ago where I talked about some of my predictions and wish lists, and you can find that out right here. I think I got most of the predictions right, but none of the wish lists came true since they were mostly hardware based. So now that WWDC is over, let's talk about some of my favorite features. As you may have heard, iOS 12 is all about efficiency and optimization, but one of my favorite features has got to be the new app Measure. I know it sounds boring and not everyone's cup of tea, but almost on a daily basis, I get asked to measure things, whether it's window treatments, rugs. If I want to rearrange the studio and I want to know if a certain piece of furniture will fit, I mean the list goes on. And of course, whenever I need a measuring tape, I can never find one, even though I got like 5 in my house. I've never been a big user of AR because I've never found them to be that useful. It's not just that you can lay down an item on the table, but the fact that you can really interact with it is just super cool. But that's not even the best part. It's the fact that you can have multi-user experience with someone else in the same space that's really not seen anywhere else. My kids love Lego, and I can really see myself spending hours playing with them, and hopefully by the time iOS 12 launches in the fall, there's going to be a lot more apps out there. Yeah, this is a really small feature, but just provides so much value. I'll be the first one to admit that notification in iOS is definitely lacking behind Android, and while this little update won't put ahead of the pack, it'll certainly make managing the never-ending notifications just a bit easier. In today's world, we're all obsessed with sending emojis, and I'll be the first one to deny I have Bitmojis installed on my iPhone, and I definitely won't be using Memojis as soon as I get iOS 12 installed. Yeah, no way. FaceTime with up to 32 of your closest friends. This feature is long overdue and it's really cool, so all you gotta do now is make 30 more friends. Okay, 31. I'm really super excited for the walkie-talkie feature of the Apple Watch, and I don't even own one. Okay, a little bit of backstory. It reminds me of the old Nextel days back in early 2000. So for all you millennials, Nextel was a mobile company that Sprint bought and eventually killed off, but they had a line of analog Motorola brick phones with built-in walkie-talkie feature over cellular, and it only worked with other Nextel phones with that infamous chirp.
What you doing?
It drove some people nuts, but hey, people paid a premium for it. Seriously, I will get the Apple Watch just to use a feature alone. So, tvOS. Let's sum up tvOS in 2 sentences. It's now Dolby Atmos compatible and single sign-on on its cable TV apps. The end. No joke. No, seriously, the end. macOS Mojave will finally allow you to use dark mode. For the average consumer, this probably isn't that big a deal, but I personally will enable dark mode on whatever apps I'm using just because everything else won't be distracting. And let's face it, it just looks a lot cooler. I mean, that iMac Pro in space gray looks so much cooler. Am I right? Am I right? Aside from the hard drive icon or whatever else pops up when I have SD cards or external drives connected, I have nothing else on my desktop, so Stacks is not really useful for me. But my wife, OMG. Her desktop is the equivalent of cable management gone horribly wrong. I'll definitely be introducing her to Stacks when it's available later in the fall. I don't think I've seen this feature anywhere else before, but essentially your wallpaper will change based on the time of day. So if you're working on your laptop in the morning, the whole scene is lit up, and at nighttime, well, it gets dark, just like outside your window. It certainly doesn't improve any productivity or efficiency, but it's still a little thing that adds to the user experience. It's not a fancy feature or something really cool to show off, because it only becomes a big deal when your privacy is invaded. I've always hated when I'm browsing a product, let's say a new camera, and then I move on to look at something else and I see the ad for the camera everywhere I go, even if I'm at a site that has nothing to do with camera equipment. Apple can't completely make it go away, but it will be making it much more difficult for websites to track you, which in addition to securing your privacy, it'll make web surfing more enjoyable. Of course, there were many more features that Apple talked about at the event, but I just want to go over some of my favorite features from WWDC 2018. So let me know what are some of your favorite features announced down below. Of course, you can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram with any other questions. So if you enjoyed this video, go nuts on the like button, and if you want to see more video just like this, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon and be on the notification squad. This is Bo. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.